WWE legends Jerry Lynn and Mikey Whipwreck. Now, let's welcome your host, Mike Freland.
Good evening. It is Tuesday night. It is Front Row Material and Future Stars Now. My name is Mike Freland. I am joined by my very longtime friend. His name is
The Ritt.
Rittster. How you doing, buddy? It's been a week. It's good to see you. You look and you sound like you're feeling better.
Well, it's been a long week, but not as long as the week before this. Good Lord, Bug, you shut your mouth. I center myself when I want to. But other than that, it's been really good. I've been looking forward to this guest for a while now. I'm glad it's September 21st, and
yes,
we are here. This guy, he's got a lot of praise coming towards him. I was on the phone talking to a good personal friend of mine. I know him as Darius Carter. You know him as Mr. Carter, and he puts our guests, up there to level with him.
And that's not something Darius Carter would normally do. Darius will not necessarily put somebody over, but he is, and therefore, this individual must be a big deal.
And he is a big deal. Not only is he a good friend of Mr. Darius Carter, he is also the 2021 Super 8 winner.
Wow. That is fantastic.
And let's not waste any more time. Let's bring this man right in. How's it
Mike,
going, sir?
You said wow like you were surprised. You said wow like you had no idea. I gotta say, a lot of wrestlers really look bad in their old age, right? They really let themselves go. But Jerry, Mikey, I gotta say, you guys look worse than ever. You guys look like absolute hell.
We've seen better days, my friend. We've seen better days.
Terrible. It's almost impressive.
Well, Jerry doesn't have the long hair anymore, and maybe it's changed colors, and Mikey's bald, and what can I say? We're not as youthful as we used to be.
When you get off the cycle and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The T drops. I get it. I know. I see it.
So how are you? So many things going on in wrestling right now, but how are you doing?
I'm doing great. In my world, I'm the only thing that's going on in wrestling. I don't know much about what everything else that's happening. I hear Darius Carter says sweet things about me. I love him very much.
Darius is a close personal friend of mine. I've known him for many years, and
he didn't call you. You made that up. You made that up. You don't get those numbers. Show me the cover up the phone, but show me the contact. This is Darius Carter in your phone right now. Right now.
Oh gosh.
Let's see. How do I center this? Right there.
We can't see that. That's blurry.
Wow. You know what? For the first time in my life, I'm wrong. What is that picture? Zoom in on that picture.
It's a naked picture of Darius Carter. He won't tell you that.
There's one of his old classic ones from way back in 2011.
Yeah, does he got the shades on in it?
He's got the shades. He's got the gold trunks.
I know that Darius Carter. Darius Carter was only at like a 50% power level.
Oh, yeah. When I known him back in 2011 when he first came in, man, I seen him. I heard his mic skills, and I knew he was going to be something. Now, looking at him,
he's at 100% power scaling, and he's absolutely disgusting professional wrestler. Oh my God, this is it. Mikey's going to keel over. What the hell happened?
Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
Another wrestler gone too soon.
I don't know what I got. I got something. I don't know what it is.
Oh my gosh! You just speaking of getting things, Ritt, you gave your network password to Erica Lee, right? I watched that episode. That is against the law. That is against the law, and you know what? It takes money out of the performers' pockets, and you both should be disappointed in yourselves.
Well,
I pay for all my streaming services.
Hey, don't tell her, but I had to cut back on some streaming services, and that was one of them.
Oh, she's gonna lose it. That's gonna be funny.
You pulled the rug out from underneath her.
She's a
That's what
dirty
you did.
cop. She's a dirty cop, is what she is.
Oh,
She wanted to bust us all for wanting to have a good time at Woodstock, and now she's a little thief. I don't know why they don't take her badge and her gun, especially her gun.
Oh man, this episode's gone right to the pee pee poo poo shit right away.
I was just about to say the pee pee poo poo. Has she ever walked up to you and said pee pee poo poo or honked at you either way?
She's honked at me many, many times. Yeah, she's been honking at me. She was honking at me before she was honking on Twitter.
Right.
She was initial thing of aggression towards me. She's like, you ever play that Angry Goose video game where you run around and you're an angry goose and you cause havoc and you steal bread? You ever played that game? It's a third-party game from like the mid-2000s. You guys are missing out. I forget what it's called, but you play as an angry goose. That's Erica. She's an angry goose. Canadian geese are notoriously aggressive. Do you guys know that about birds?
Oh, no. I've heard of that about geese. I just haven't. I met her once at PPW, and you know she was quite nice to me. But then again, when you give somebody a password, they kind of
yeah, exactly. What the hell? When you're in a little crime syndicate together,
I love it.
Feel to have the boys in blue on your side, Jerry.
Well,
he's a made man right now. You know that? Look at you.
I know. You got the biggest gang in the world protecting you, the police department.
Man. So let me ask you this question. I mean, since we're kind of just going right at it right here, wrestling right now has not been any hotter than it's been, I want to say, even pre-pandemic. So many different outlets as far as IWTV, a lot of promotions that are on Fight right now. How do you feel as far as, obviously wrestling and a lot of these promotions that have deals with different networks? You got to feel pretty good knowing that your stuff is not only out there, but it's out there for the public consumption and more people are exposed to seeing what you do.
Well, I made Killian Vision, and that's the greatest goddamn thing that IWTV has ever gotten. It is transcends professional wrestling, truly transcends media and entertainment, and at the same time is a tribute and a love letter to that same media and entertainment and professional wrestling in the most beautiful concoction that you could ever fucking imagine. So I feel good having that piece of art out there. I love that the major parts of the big goddamn Cinemagic, which is another wonderful thing that we did, is out there for the public consumption. I mean, you talked about all those things, but at the end of the day, YouTube, the biggest social media in the goddamn world, is out there. And any of us can do this shit.
So Killian, you talk about Killian Vision. Why don't you give the listeners what a little taste of that entails, and what came about for you to come up with this?
Well, Killian Vision is a brainchild of me, Dustin, and Chris Levin. It is basically a time travel romp throughout the ages as a tribute to not just professional wrestling, but television in general and entertainment. And we use the Leapfrog cast playing these versions of themselves in different eras, and having matches that are laid out and shot, even like just in the perfect way to pay tribute to these different eras of television professional wrestling. And I can't sit here and really do it justice, especially the main event, which was a Goons production with Erica Lee. I can't even put that into words. It has a drone shot. What the fuck else in professional wrestling has a drone shot? Are you kidding me? I'm a genius.
You were a man who moves the numbers, as we call it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it needs to move more numbers because I need more money in my pocket from Jerry. So everybody tune in to Killian Vision right now. Turn this off and go watch Killian Vision. That is more out of my mouth than I could ever say on this podcast.
So let's kind of take a step backwards here. So for everybody who might not have seen Killian Vision and is not 100% familiar, address to the audience who you are, what you're all about, and why is it that you're a big deal right now in pro wrestling?
What a vague question.
I thought it was good. It was on my list. It was on my list. Shit.
That was
Killian,
on your list?
That was on my
Why
list.
are you a big deal? It was on your list of questions.
Yeah, because you are a
had
big
one
deal.
chance to ask the 2021 Super 8 director of Killy Vision, greatest mind in professional wrestling, and you want to ask why I'm good.
Well,
What the hell? All that falling on your head, Whipwreck, it really did a number on you.
From your lips to God's ears, tell everybody right now why you right now are the person everyone should be watching and following.
I'm number 235 on the goddamn PWI list. You know, I mean, there's 300 people signed to WWE, 150 signed to AEW. I got the gonads, the cojones to put my art, and use it to get to that number on the list. Past everything that everybody else wants to be doing on all these programs. Me, what came from my brain. Me, Dustin, Robbie, Eel, Miles, the whole crew are making this beautiful art that has accelerated us to the top. We are the most creative group. Not only the most creative, but the shit we make looks good. I'm a filmmaker. Who else makes films in professional wrestling? I just wrote a script, a Christmas special. Who else are you going to talk to that's going to have a Christmas special?
You, my friend, I tell you what, I could sit next to you on a park bench and talk for hours. I'm captivated by you.
Movie about that. I think there's a movie about that, and I fall in love with this girl. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I go to Vietnam.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you start running. You start running, and
yeah, Wizard of Oz, great film.
Wonderful.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
That's right.
So how do you feel about being on the PWI list? I mean, a lot of people who are big names, let's be honest, are on the PWI list. You're on the PWI list. When did you find out, and who notified you?
I had a few different people message me. The guys over at ECWA sent me but Brady Hicks, when it initially released, Brady Hicks, who writes for PWI, messaged me the list, and I was just like, why aren't I higher, Brady? What the hell? No, I was really excited. I couldn't believe it. I was like, 235 is really, really far up there. That's pretty fucking awesome.
That's in the world.
A lot of really talented people. I was 150 spots above Cheeseburger. That's crazy.
You're over halfway, to number one.
I had the highest jump on the entire list because I had the best COVID. Like I said, I was the only person. Everybody wanted to sit on their ass. I was the only person, and I made a season of goddamn television during COVID. You want to learn a language? You want to start a at-home yoga routine? I made a season of television.
You weren't wasting your time on Rosetta Stone.
No, I was getting Rosetta Stoned and making the best fucking thing that these people have ever seen.
So how do these ideas come to you? I mean, is it just you just anywhere at any point in time? You're just that kind of a savant? It's just you have been graced with this gift that you just, boom, it comes into your mind. You put on your pants and...
Acid. You got to trip. You got to clean out the brain every once in a while. You got to squeeze it like a sponge. Get those ideas out. Get the bad mojo out.
I did that about an hour ago.
You got to surround yourself with people that are just as creative as you. That not only boost you up, boost your creativity up, but when you have a stupid idea, they say, Killian, that's dumb. We can't do that. And here's why we can't do that. So a wonderful team that balances me out, and illicit drugs are the two things that took me to the top.
Illicit drugs, don't do it. Don't do it. But you know what? In your case, it worked for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. The second part.
So illicit drugs works for you, but don't give away logins to Peacock. That, my friend,
That's right.
steals from the boys.
What I'm doing is I'm taking acid and I'm using it to put art out into the world.
Right.
What those two criminals are doing, they are suckling at the teat of the artist.
That's right.
And draining us for every little bit that they can get. It's
Those
really a disgusting thing.
Those sore nipples of all those workers.
Yes, my nipples are chafed.
Killian,
and have bite marks through them.
I love it.
It kind of seems like you got a grudge against Erica Lee. Is it?
No, we settled everything. I'm over it.
I was going to say, could
it's
it
been
be
a year?
Could it be because you have the most losses against her in your career?
The most losses again. That's not even a real statistic. You just made that up.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you did. I think that sounds really phony.
You're the dishonest press. That's what you are. You're the dishonest press.
Fake news.
I was doing some of my homework, and she's the only one that you have lost to 4 times in your career.
Who said that? Who said that?
Yeah, who's your source? Is that Meltzer? You can't believe that.
Yeah. That guy has it out for me. Don't tell me it's Kevin. Don't tell me it's the folks at PWI. I'm going to stop all them one. Who said, what was that, cage match?
Yeah.
That commie rag?
Oh, my God.
That's exactly where I got it from.
I do it. They got it out for me, too. That's bullshit. I beat her so many times and they don't have it on the website. Despicable.
But that match, that cinematic piece, that was great. You want to tell everybody how that came about?
Thank you. That was me, Erica, Dust, and Joey Finnegan. Really cranked out a lot of content over a short period of time and really had these great ideas. And not only the people, the core people that are involved in that, but also Nelson Bauer, Kimberly Spirit, Robbie Radke, those kind of people, Bobby Lynch, who's not even a professional wrestler, he's an actor that we work with a lot. The people that were behind the scenes, doing camera work, doing sound, doing the editing and stuff like that. I mean, so essential to it. And not only those people, but the guests that we got to do it. People like Darius Carter, people like Eel O'Neill, Miles, Shane Fair was in an episode. We've really had Anthony, who's the GM of Magic. All those, we can't thank enough for being a part of this crazy project that we wanted to do. Something that happens on an IWTV show spans week after week after week until the next IWTV show. When has that structure ever been performed? Ever?
I don't think
as
it's ever
hot as
existed.
IWTV is, nobody's ever done something like that. So
No.
for all those people and the Magic management to be here's the ball, run with it. It was fucking awesome.
It totaled up, I want to say, close to 50 minutes of different segments all the way
It's
up
a
to
film. It's a short film. I mean, I like to think of it, because of the way we released it, I like to think of it more as a season of television, but compiled all together, especially including the matches, it's 60 minutes.
In length, not the news magazine show.
No, not the news magazine show with the guy that complains and yells all the time. I like that guy.
Yes.
That guy had a lot of spunk. Whatever happened to him?
I think he died. It was Morley Safer.
Oh my God. I didn't even know he was sick.
Yeah.
My God.
He's gone.
But no, guys, if you haven't got a chance to check out this masterpiece, you have to. It's something that you're definitely going to enjoy, and it's going to have you, wanting more after it's all done.
Absolutely. And in the way that we were able to take that and spin it into the match that we recently had and the hype package that we were able to put out with that, and we were cutting in moments and showing not just stuff that happened in that match, but stuff that happened at GCW, at 1CW, at Camp Leapfrog, all those other places. It blended so beautifully into the story that we've been telling over the course of a year that I can't go watch it. I can't speak volumes enough. I want a supercut to be released on IWTV. I'm hoping and praying that those sons of bitches do that for me, and they better. But we'll see. That I think right now the supercut's available on YouTube.
So let me ask you this: with all the different promotions you worked for so far in 2021, and there's been a handful of them, is there any of them that stand out more so that you really, really like than others? I mean, I'm sure you like all the promotions you work for, but is there any of the promotions that you just really feel like, man, this is just, I'm in my wheelhouse?
Well, I'm going to win the MCW Heavyweight Championship, and they're gonna be like, all right, you're gonna go to Ring of Honor now, and I'll win that championship, and then they're gonna pay me all the money in the world, and I'm gonna be a big greasy star. So probably that one right now. I know my track record hasn't been too good there, but things are looking up. I'm talking to some people, maybe bring in the crew, see if we can't settle some differences, if you know what I mean. It's a bit of a numbers game at MCW. You have the cartel and Black Wall Street and stuff like that. It's gang warfare. So I have to bring a crew myself. I don't have the police on my side like some people. You're like Mr. Nimbus from Rick and Morty. You guys ever seen Rick and Morty?
Indeed.
That's the show where the guy, he turns himself into a pickle. It's the damnedest thing. And, Rick, he's just like me. He's smart.
So Killian,
badass.
Once again, just for everybody joining us, we're with Killian McMurphy right now. Who would you say is your crew? If you're going to assemble a crew, who is your...
I have a stable. You did terrible in your research, Mikey.
No. Hold on. I'm saying an elite crew.
He has one.
What? Are you down?
He has one. Freland.
Yeah.
Give me your elite crew.
Oh my goodness!
Ritt, explain. Just
whoa.
down the roster.
I want to hear the eliteness of this crew.
There is 2 stables that I've known that you've been in. Both of them are impeccable. One is the Goons.
Okay.
That's right.
The other one is above the pinnacle. It is the BBB.
That's
Better
right.
Business Bureau.
We were the first ever pairs as bumping champions. Of course, the Goons, one of the most decorated groups on the entire East Coast. There's not a crew like us, littered all over the PWI 500. Myself and Eel O'Neill and Big Dust peppered all over the list. What other group in independent wrestling was peppered all over that list? Like the Goons. It was a beautiful thing to see.
What happens if you were to create a third group? Who would you pick?
I'd take those 2 groups and I'd combine them.
You'd combine them. Is there anybody up and coming that you feel like you would take under your wing?
Jet, Jagori. I think that's how you say his last name. Jet. I've never called him anything but Jet. He's wonderful. His content's fantastic. He did the milk crate challenge when it was hot and cut a promo while doing it. Absolutely creative mind. He cut a promo in a public bathroom one time. Maniac. He'll go at any lengths to get content. And I respect that shit. I love that shit. Who else do I love? Devontae's. Devontae's is great. Who else? Johnny Moran is kind of an auxiliary. See, at this point, you're just asking me to name auxiliary goons. People that are kind of in the group. Nate Colt. Big Bob. Kyle. These are just actors that we make films with. Well, I want them in the group, though, because they're good actors.
So you want to increase your stable?
Well,
people that you can work with.
Just asking me to just name people that are close. You know how the NWO had people that were in the core, but then people that were kind of out here. You're just asking me to name the out here people, right?
You're naming the Discos Infernos and the Vincents and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
the Virgils,
exactly.
right. The curtain jerkers, right? That's fair.
Yeah. But Jet's number one. Jet is the lost goon, I feel. And him and Devontae are already a thing. They're tearing it up at Camp Leapfrog. absolutely talented couple of fellows right there.
Well, Killian, 2021 Super 8 tournament winner.
That's right.
But that wasn't an easy road for you to get there.
No, actually, no, it was pretty easy. It was pretty easy. I hurt a very good professional wrestler. I beat up Crowbar, a legend, which I tend to do. I beat up legends all the time. That's another day at the office for me. You know, not only have I worked a number of Hall of Famers, but I've retired so many people. It's whatever. I thought for a second it might happen again, but he narrowly escaped. And then Bam Sullivan is a knockoff goon, obviously. So that was a walk in the park. I already know what he's coming when he's a My Essentials Food Lion brand goon. You know, when you go down to the Piggly Wiggly and, you know, you can't afford the Kraft mac and cheese, so you got to get the store brand. That's what you're getting with Bam Sullivan.
Wow.
You're getting a store brand wrestler.
Yeah, so it was probably, I mean, I'm the greatest Super 8 champion of all time, even beyond you, Jerry Lynn. But
and that's a lot. That's saying a lot.
That is saying a lot, but I must say I did have the easiest road to get there. I won the Super 8 sitting on my fat ass. It was amazing. Who else has done that? Who else is good enough to do that? Not you, Jerry. You had to work hard at it. Me, I got it handed to me because they said, Killian McMurphy, you are a god of entertainment. You are everything that pop culture should be. Here, take this trophy and this glory, and it is even not enough for what you deserve and your beautiful mind and lovely muscles.
So the phone has probably been ringing off the hook ever since the Super 8. I mean, people calling you up, obviously wanting you, pleading with you, wanting you to come to the promotion. What's it been like having to decide between these different people who you're going to spend time with?
It's tough. You got a lot of people that don't like old K-Mac right now because I can't work for their little 2-bit promotion.
Right.
You know? I don't have time for it because I'm out opening the first show in Maryland, first professional wrestling show in Maryland in 2 years. I'm going out there with a microphone to kick things off because they know that there's no bigger star in the local area than the shooter. I'm busy doing big things. So unless you got a big thing for me to do, then I'm going to sit here. I'm going to watch Sonic the Hedgehog videos until I fall asleep.
Let me ask you this question. If there's somebody right now you could pick out of a hat, anybody you could pick. Who are you picking to go up against right now?
Well,
sold,
I'm picking out of
sold
a hat.
out. Yeah, well, you know what? The hat thing. Screw the hat thing. If you're picking,
I want Angela Bassett. I want Angela Bassett in a 45-minute cinematic.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you?
I wasn't, but I would pay.
You weren't expecting anything about this interview, were you?
I was expecting the unexpected.
Wow, that's fair. All right, you got a bunch of little phrases in your little tool belt that you just like throwing out. Don't you?
My little Rolodex.
Yeah, exactly. You got a little jukebox in there that you're funneling through for everything I got, huh?
Let me ask you something, McMurphy. So who are you picking right now? Who you picking? Anybody in the world right now? Who do you think that you could put on the best match with? Period.
I want Angela Bassett in a short film.
I
don't know what you're not hearing. Do you know who that is? Have you seen her work?
I've seen Angela Bassett before, yes.
Have you ever watched BoJack Horseman? Have you seen the show BoJack Horseman? It's the great, besides Killian McMurphy content, it's the greatest entertainment that the human race has ever seen.
I have not.
This dude has Freland figured out. That's right. I do have you figured out. Wait, that's your name? God damn it. I thought you were Mikey. That's your real name. That's Mikey Whipwreck's real name. Whipwreck wasn't real. Okay, I see it. I got it figured out. Okay. But no, you both need to watch BoJack Horseman, especially if you love like entertainment and film and pop culture. Angela Bassett's in that, is how it popped in my little brain. But yeah, that's who I want in a match.
So outside of what you do in the ring, do you feel like there's anybody else as far as using social media to the way you are, the level that you're using it to utilize your exposure? Is there anybody else that you feel like is kind of on that par? Or do you feel like, the Twitter, the Facebook, all that kind of stuff, but what you're creating is something unparalleled to anyone else?
You know who's been doing pretty decent content lately is old Matt Mikowski. Matt Mikowski's been biting a few things off the old shooter here and there and been out pretty good stuff. He had a hype package with Bones, I believe. Not a hype package, but like a little series of videos going into their match at Pizza Party that were really well done, like fun stuff. There's a lot of guys trying to do it right, but no one can do it like me and Dust. No one can hold a candle to it. You got people like Jay George that think they're cinematic wrestlers. What are you on about? I'm a teach. You know what? I might have to teach him a little cinematic lesson, if you know what I mean. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. You're not. You have no idea what I'm hollering about, do you, Whip?
No, I'm listening. I'm listening completely. I'm just taking it all in. I'm absorbing it. I'm like a sponge, McMurphy. I'm allowing you to. Well, I shouldn't use that phrase. I'm allowing you to enter my mind, and I'm trying to understand everything that is you, because you are very unique in what you are presenting to the audience.
Yeah, I'm an avant-garde performer for sure, but I'm also the realest thing that you'll ever see. It's amazing how I blend the two together. Who else? Who the fuck else? Ritt, I felt like I've interrupted you 6 times. What do you want to say?
Oh, no. Hey, I just love seeing Freland speechless.
No, I'm just trying. I want to find out if you could have anybody in the ring outside Angela Bassett right now.
No, I don't want her in the ring. We're going to have a match? No,
on the PWI list, who, if you could pick anybody, would you want to have a sellout arena match with?
You got to pick number 1 on the list. I don't know anything about him, but whoever
it was.
Whoa.
That's where I'm going to have to back that train up. Do you know who number 1 on the list is? 2 through 499 could never compete or be in the ring with number 1. So who's guys that? From 2 to 500.
Is it Too Cold Scorpio? Because you just described Too Cold Scorpio in 2021.
Too Cold Scorpio did make the list, though, didn't he?
You know who was it? Rich Swann.
Number 1.
Rich Swann's the best wrestler on the fucking planet.
In case you don't know, this guy Freland is absolutely adores this man. He puts him on a pedestal.
Well, because he's done things a lot of people. Well, he's done things a lot of people on the list have not done. Has been successful in different countries, on different continents, selling out all different types of venues before, wrestling different styles, wrestling all different people from different genres of wrestling before. Kind of hard to compare him to really a whole lot of people on that list.
Well, you asked me who I wanted to sell out an arena with.
Yes, who would
going to pay me the most money to wrestle him?
That's a smart man right there.
So who's going to make me the most money? So I guess, is John Cena on the list?
Has John Cena ever made a list?
If John Cena's on the list, I want John Cena.
That makes sense.
That's going to make me the most money. Is The Undertaker on the list? I know The Undertaker.
We'd have to call Cuomo, and he'd have to check out the retirement home to see if that old guy's still around.
Oh, my gosh. You're throwing shade right now. You're throwing shade. That's supposed to be your peer, Whipwreck, and you're being disrespectful.
Hey,
if you had said that in the locker room at 99, you would have got your ass beat, buddy.
Ooh. That locker room, I think a lot of other things may have happened as well, but we will let that be.
Oh, my God. Look at you.
The greatest locker room. The Undertaker has made comments before saying the locker room in the Attitude Era was the best locker room. I would decline that. I would probably say that was not the best locker room. But that's nor here nor there. So tell us more about Killian McMurphy. Tell us more about you. I'm fascinated with you. You have this very interesting persona about you. You kind of have like that Darius Carter feel to you, where you kind of go back and forth and you kind of blur the line.
There's no line.
Well, there's a line.
With Darius, there is a line. There's a real person and there's a professional wrestler. I am just this all the time. And this existence is painful. But this existence helps me make the greatest shit that this industry has ever seen. I don't know what else you want to know. You keep asking me these vague questions about myself and self-actualization and this, that. Just go watch Killian Vision.
You know what? I'm gonna
go.
have to subscribe, and I'm gonna have to start watching.
Wow. Well, get Ritt to send you his password because he loves doing that. Join their little crime syndicate. Get the blue in your back pocket, and then watch Killian Vision. And then I want you to tweet, and I want you to say, much like everyone else that viewed the show did, this is the greatest thing that IWTV has ever done. Maybe the greatest thing that professional wrestling has ever produced.
Do you have any Killian Vision merchandise that's out there that people who watch, who are big fans, can actually go ahead and buy?
ProWrestlingTees.com. There's a bunch of Killian merch on there. We don't have anything specifically Killian Vision, but there are also Camp Leapfrog shirts available that you can buy.
Nice.
And there's also Goon merchandise that you can get. And of course, if you like Killian Vision, then you love the Goons content because that is who birthed, that's who squeezed out, that's who created and crafted the diamond, the spark.